Caseus. Clone Wars. Part 1. The Rookie and the Padawan. Chapter 2. Cassie spent the next few hours in his quarters meditating. Before long, his comlink beeped, notifying him to rendezvous with his master. "I'm heading to the bridge, R3. I'll call you when it's time to go." As he walked out of his door, Caseus bumped into a wayward clone who dropped a box of medical supplies onto the ground. "Whoa! Easy, soldier."
Sorry, Commander. My bad. I'll get this picked up immediately.
It's fine. Don't worry. Here, let me help. Caseus picked up a few med packs and Bacta solutions from the floor and put them back into the box.
Thank you, Commander.
No problem. What's your name?
CT-7667.
Okay, but you have a code name, right? I know a few of the other clones gave themselves names that are a bit easier to remember.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm Juro, sir.
Juro. Are you okay? You seem a bit on edge.
I'm fine, sir. It's just, this is my first mission. I'm a little nervous. It sounds pathetic.
Caseus smiled warmly. Not at all. It's perfectly natural to be nervous before a mission, especially if it's your first one. I'm a Jedi and even I get nervous before big missions still. Don't beat yourself up over it.
Okay. Thank you, Commander. I should get back to my station.
Okay. Stay safe, soldier. Caseus walked to the bridge where Master Takai was speaking with Captain Kriega.
Be sure to have your men on standby if something goes wrong.
Affirmative, General. Anything happens down there and we'll be ready.
Caseus, come. I'm going to patch us through to Countess Sindara. She's the one we will be meeting with.
The Padawan stood next to his master as she entered a code into the holoprojector. Soon, a staticky projection of a woman in elegant robes appeared.
Greetings, Your Grace.
Master Jedi, greetings. I trust you will be arriving soon.
Indeed. We will be there within the hour.
Well, do hurry. I'd like to discuss what the Republic can offer my people. But the Separatist representative is making quite a compelling argument.
I assure you, you will not regret this meeting. I look forward to speaking with you.
The hologram faded as Master Takai grabbed her datapad and pressed a few keys. Representative for the Separatists?
Just as the Council has sent us to represent the Republic, Dooku has sent someone to represent the Confederacy. Just let me do the talking and follow my lead. Remember, this is a diplomatic mission. Do not engage or aggravate the representative or the Countess.
Yes, Master. Should we head to our ship?
Right behind you.
Accompanied by 4 clones and R3, Master and Apprentice made their way to the ship and began their descent to the planet below. Looking over, Caseus saw one of the clones accompanying them was Juro. Even with his helmet, Caseus could tell he was still a bit nervous. Juro, right?
Yes, Commander.
Relax. Take a deep breath. Just stick close to us and everything will be okay.
Right. Thanks, Commander.
You're not nervous, Caseus?
A little. But I trust your training. We'll be fine. The shuttle soon landed, and the door opened to what appeared to be a rather desolate world, if it could be called a world. It seemed more like a giant rock. Ahead was a tall tower leading to a large rounded peak. Looking ahead, Caseus could see a Separatist shuttle with plenty of battle droids outside, awaiting orders. Battle droids.
Remember, Caseus, we are ambassadors for the Chancellor right now. Keep moving.
As they reached the front entrance, the large rounded door opened as Countess Sindara stepped forward accompanied by 2 guards.
Master Jedi, welcome to Herdessa.
Master Takai bowed alongside Caseus.
Countess, it's an honor to meet you.
Please, follow me. Your troopers should remain here.
Master Takai waved a hand to the clones who stepped back and returned to the ship.
This way, please.
They accompanied the Countess into the building. It was furnished lavishly with ornate decorations and relics from distant worlds. Quite a collection, Your Grace.
Yes, I'm sure you've seen that Herdessa is quite barren. So I've assembled many valuable artifacts to make this palace a diamond in the rough. A spot of beauty and culture in an otherwise desolate world.
Stepping into the elevator, they began their ascent. If I may ask, what do the Separatists desire with Herdessa?
Herdessa is rich in natural resources that can be converted to fuel for their fleets. However, Count Dooku's ambassador has yet to make a persuasive offer. Before and if we decide to align ourselves with anyone, we would like to hear what the Republic can offer.
Stepping out of the elevator, they walked to a black door straight ahead. Who is Dooku's ambassador exactly? The door opened to a large room with a wide conference table in the center. At the opposite end of the table was a cloaked woman with pale white skin. Ventress! Ventress stood and glared at the two Jedi.
Greetings, Jedi. Care to join us?
Caseus kept his hand on his saber, only for Master Takai to place her hand on his wrist sternly.
Let's keep things civil here. I will not stand for any conflict within my own palace.
But of course, Your Highness. I'm merely here as a representative of the illustrious Count Dooku. I assure you his generosity will persuade you to join our cause.
We shall see. Have a seat, Master Jedi.
The two Jedi sat down opposite Ventress, with Countess Sindara presiding at the center of the table.
Now then, I've heard from Dooku's ambassador. Now I would like to hear from you.
Of course. Let me begin by saying that the Republic's end goal in this war is to see that every allied system receives a voice in the Senate. As of now, Herdessa has maintained its neutrality. While we can respect such a decision, the war threatens the safety of many systems, including yours. With your aid and resources, the Republic offers a voice in the Senate to air your concerns, and we offer you our protection from outside threats, be it pirates, warlords,
Master Takai looked at Ventress.
or others of a less savory nature. Our forces are among the finest in the galaxy, and will provide you far greater protection than the battle droids of the Confederacy.
Ventress rolled her eyes and spoke up.
The Jedi are quite mistaken, Your Highness. Not only are our forces far greater in number than the clone soldiers of the Republic, but they are programmed with absolute loyalty to whomever they serve. Our allies can rest easy, knowing that they have absolute protection from the finest army in the galaxy.
These are both rather compelling arguments. However, Herdessa has been struggling lately, and allying with the Republic would certainly give us the aid we so desperately need.
I'm afraid you place far too much confidence in the Republic, Your Grace. The Republic offers aid only to those who benefit their warmongering. Once they've secured your resources for fuel, they would sooner see you wiped from the galaxy than spend the money required to offer aid.
That's a lie. Cassius spoke up as Master Takai looked sternly at him. The Republic cares for its citizens and its allies. The Separatists care only about domination. Their forces are cold and ruthless, unthinking shells of metal that would turn on you without hesitation if they were given the order. Their leaders are corrupt monsters who desire power, not peace. Newt Gunray, one of their leaders, once attempted to invade Naboo and force the Queen to sign a treaty under threat of death to Naboo's people. That's what they do. They entice you with the promise of protection, but what you receive is imprisonment. Cassius stopped himself and sat back down, returning Ventress's icy glare.
These are serious accusations, young Jedi.
Indeed they are. And yet he refuses to acknowledge that the Republic can hardly take care of its own citizens, let alone its allies. Starvation, slavery, political corruption, all of these occur within the Republic on a daily basis, even with their laws in place. The Chancellor and his underlings all conveniently turn a blind eye to the suffering of their people, while surrounding them with propaganda, painting us as the enemy. All we desire is freedom, independence from a corrupt bureaucracy that cares only for those who can afford it.
Is this true, Master Jedi?
Master Takai sighed softly.
I cannot lie to you, Countess. The Republic is not what it once was, and many problems exist within. But if the Republic fails to win this war, These evils will only continue to prosper, not just in the Outer Rim, but in every civilized system. Should the Confederacy reign over the galaxy, corruption will thrive, and even the Jedi may not be able to put an end to it.
Ventress scoffed.
The Jedi Order can hardly be considered a beacon of morality. You serve at the behest of your spineless leaders without question. Tell me, are you Jedi not supposed to be guardians of peace? Then why are you involved in this war in the first place? Your morals have become as corrupt as your republic.
Caseus stood up. Because preserving the peace sometimes requires action, especially when that peace is threatened by people like you and your leaders.
Caseus, calm down.
Master, she...
Step outside, Caseus. Let me take care of things here.
Caseus sighed, still seething over Ventress's words. Yes, Master. Caseus left the room and sat in a chair, looking out the wide window at the ground below. From up high, he could vaguely make out the white armor of the clones as they sat by the ship, keeping guard. He felt anxious, like he may have made things worse back there. After an hour sitting in silence, the door opened as Master Takai stepped out. Well?
The Countess has requested to speak with Ventress privately for a few minutes.
That doesn't sound good.
Don't lose faith, Caseus.
Master, I'm sorry for speaking out of turn back there. She got to me.
I know. But these are very delicate negotiations, Caseus. We can't afford to be arguing like children in there.
Yeah, but...
Caseus, I agree with what you said. But demonizing them outright is what Ventress wants. It makes us seem like the aggressors. Then she's able to use that against us. You need to be more nuanced in your arguments. Yes, the Separatists are being led by evil people. But not everyone who sides with them is evil. Many feel that they would be better off without Republic intervention. The Separatists offer that freedom and the promise of a new and better form of government. And they're prepared to take drastic measures to see it done.
And what do you think?
I have my own views. But my loyalties lie with the Jedi Order. The Order owes its allegiance to the Senate and the Republic. Our job isn't to change the galaxy. It's to preserve peace and combat the dark side. The dark side surrounds the leaders of the Confederacy. And if what we know about this Darth Sidious is true, he's behind their cause. That's why we're fighting Caseus. With the Republic maintaining its place, the Sith's power is limited. But if they gain control, it could mean the end of the Jedi as well as the Republic. Understand?
Yes, Master. I think I'll just let you do the talking from here on out.
Okay, Caseus. Remember to just maintain your composure.
Yes, Master. The door opened back up as the Countess stepped out.
Now that I've spoken with Ventress, I'd like to speak to you, Master Jedi. Without your protege, if you don't mind.
Of course. Caseus?
Okay. Caseus walked back into the conference room as the door closed. Sitting in a chair, he tried to calm his mind.
So, the Padawan isn't old enough for the adult conversations?
Caseus didn't respond.
You got awfully angry back there. Perhaps something I said struck a nerve?
Don't speak to me.
Oh, awfully testy, aren't we? You know that what I told you about the Jedi and the Republic was true. And it's eating at you. Because you know it deep down.
Caseus shut his eyes and tried to concentrate on keeping calm.
Of course your master understands too. She's as devious and corrupt as the rest of the Jedi.
Caseus was nearly shaking with rage, trying to breathe.
I wonder how many lies she's fed to you about the Order, filling your mind with falsehoods and deceptions, until you were too indoctrinated to question her. Of course, it's not your fault. Any fool with half a brain could just as easily be deceived by that foolish excuse for a master.
Caseus ignited his lightsaber and leapt over the table, holding his blade above her as Ventress fell backwards in fear. Say one more word, you witch! the door suddenly opened as Master Takai ran in with the Countess.
Help! He's trying to kill me!
Caseus, put away your saber.
Caseus looked back at his master. His anger quickly turned to shame as the blood ran from his face.
Now!
Caseus turned off his saber and stepped aside as Ventress sat back up.
Is this how the Jedi handle negotiations? Through violence?
You don't understand.
I've heard enough from you, boy. Guards!
The two guards appeared from outside the room.
Get this boy out of my palace at once.
The guards grabbed Caseus by his arms and led him out towards the elevator.
Your Grace, there must be an explanation.
Do not speak, Master Jedi. You couldn't control your Padawan. Why should I trust Hadessa to the Republic?
A wise question indeed, Countess.
The Countess turned to Ventress.
Be silent. I refuse to align with the Republic or the Confederacy. You will both leave my presence at once.
Ventress sneered, but calmly adjusted her cloak.
As you wish. But I strongly suggest you reconsider.
Ventress left as Master Takai sighed and made her way to the elevator. Caseus sat outside the palace waiting. Master Takai soon walked out, not looking at him. Caseus could feel her cold attitude emanating from her. Master, I can explain.
Get to the ship, Caseus. We'll discuss this later.
Caseus nodded and kept his head down as they returned to the shuttle. The ride back up was deathly silent. Caseus was ashamed. He let his anger get the better of him, and it cost the Republic an ally. The shuttle soon landed as Master Takai and Caseus stepped off, followed by R3 and the clones. Master, please let me explain.
You are to head to your quarters and remain there until you've been summoned. That is an order.
Master!
That is an order.
Caseus sadly nodded and made his way to his quarters, followed by R3. Not even a day as Commander Urshan, and already he failed.